Okay, folks, I'm sure we're all familiar with this movie character. Let's see if we can make it come up a treat. Oh, it's been in comics as well and whatever. Let's see how we go. Yeah, it talks about fiction that's meant to be really, but it actually says a lot about our world without necessarily meaning it. And this is it. It's a baseball cap with a Superman logo or whatever. And that's the thing. People like to watch movies and read comics about a superhero or superheroes saving the world or saving the planet, saving people. And the funny thing is, we have a world now that's in deep shit. Like, we've got climate change, we have all sorts of existential threats, and it seems like there's no superhero that's going to step up to the plate and do something useful and save the world or save the planet. And that's what I hate about things, is that people have become so jaded by the events of the world that they'd rather watch a movie about saving the world rather than actually partaking in activities that could potentially achieve that for real. I mean, for real, not fucking in the movies or in a person's baseball cap in this case. That the world is in deep shit. We've got a big problem in this world, folks. There's just so many threats, environmental, man-made, and diseases like COVID-19, and it just seems like the list of threats to our happy and healthy and safe living is really severe. And it just seems there's no one out there with money or power or any kind of... It's often caused by people who love money, the problems we have in this world, and we really need to band together and fight the existential crises that we have to our world, our way of living, to the environment. We need the environment. If we don't have the environment, folks, we are dead. We are as good as dead. And the environment has been, trees being cut down, and CO2 emissions from fossil fuels, and from both developed and developing nations. Developing, or is it just developed? I'm not totally sure, but basically we have big countries belching out heaps of coal-fired power, and of course, cars that run on fossil fuels, and we just don't seem to have anyone out there who's up to the grade, or who wants to be. Most people, average people, would rather go and sit in their home cinemas or go to the cinema and watch maybe The Avengers or some other recent movie that we've had to do with this saving the planet or saving the earth or the world. And it just really annoys the shit out of me that no one, as I say, no one seems to have any kind of ability or awareness as to how to do it. And we need more people like Greta Thunberg, who indeed was famous for her school strikes against climate change. She was an amazing character. Why do I call her a creature? She's not a fucking creature. People who are creatures are the ones who love money and care about themselves, wipe their ass all over the world, and they don't seem to give a flying fuck about anyone else. And they're the ones that are the creatures. Greta Thunberg is really someone we should aspire to be like, be like her. And she's been diagnosed with a condition, as we know, Asperger's syndrome, which has now been called high functioning autism, and she sees that as a superpower to get her going. It's not Asperger's is considered in clinical terms a disability, but it can also be a powerhouse, and I do believe I myself have it, even though I haven't been diagnosed, and my version is probably appears to be very mild, but this is what gives me my power at the photocopier. I also believe I have brain damage that occurred at birth. I had a cord around my neck and I came out breech. I came out feet first with a cord around my neck, and there wasn't anyone to help, and I had damage done to parts of my brain like my hippocampus and my short-term memory. But I'm not letting these disabilities stop me. I'm going to use the Asperger side of my functioning to push me through and not focus on what I can't do. I've got to focus on what I fucking can do, and I want to do something good. But why people don't want to help, why people don't want to just, and they watch the news and they get so caught up in the sensationalism, and yet they don't feel they need to do something to fucking curtail this shit. We've got to fucking band together. This is real. We're not talking fucking Superman or Avengers. We're talking real. And we've got to become like superheroes and the Avengers to save our world. But that's my 2 cents for the day. Gotta go.